Hi there. Here we've got a Morgana FRN numbering machine, or numbering and perforating machine, and I just want to show you today, a little bit overlooked, is the perforating side. There's hundreds of these all over the UK and probably thousands all over the world that are solely used just for the perforating. They're not used for numbering at all. So it is a little bit overlooked. And a customer of ours in Braintree has just asked a question about perforating, and he wants to do landscape 10mm from the edge and also portrait 10mm from the edge. And this is generally where it's going to be made into delivery note pads, invoice pads, etc. So it generally be stapled, 2 or 3 staples with some spine tape. It may be glue bound or whatever, but it's quite a common one, you know, perfing quite close to the edge. Now the Morgana, I'll show you that in a mo, but just first on the perforating blades, I'll just show you here, and afterwards what I've done on the machine, I've put a 28 tooth one and a 56 tooth on, just so you can visually see the difference once we do it. But here we've got the 28 tooth on the left, and they're actually made as one piece and split in half. So if you happen to have a bag of these, if you've got a machine, they can't be mixed. They do have to be a matched pair. So here we've got the 56 teeth, so you can see there the difference. And here is the 20 tooth, not so common, generally used for card and things. You can see it's much more open. And finally we've got the anvil. This is a hardened steel anvil that the perf blade rubs on, and it is quite important because if the anvil's worn, you're never going to get a very good perf. One other little thing we do get phone calls from, in the bag when you get them, you do get 5 of the little Allen screws. As you can see there are 4 holes. You do get a bonus one. Quite a lot of people ring up and say, what's the extra screw? It is just an extra screw they give you in case you drop one and you can't find it. So with that dealt with, they are all available on our website. You can order them 24 hours a day, chilvers.co.uk. Hopefully at the end of this video you'll see a link to the website as well. So I'll just get those out of the way. Just to start with, we'll do the landscape. So if I just turn it on, we'll just run a few. The camera's moving. I'll just run a few just to show you. I'll stop it there. Like I say, it's auto feed, a very good feeder, but I won't go too much into it. You can see other videos on the rest of the machine, the numbering, the feeding, etc. So we've got the perf there, and I'll show you the 2 different styles afterwards. Perf number 1. So now we want to do portrait and move. So first of all, we need to move the table. You do have markings on here, so it makes it a little bit easier. We'll just slide it into the A4 setting, lock it up, put paper on there, slide this over. You don't want them too tight or too loose, but you do want to sort of get them fairly accurate. On this particular machine, you just shingle them out, lift the wheel up. It's a very good little double wheel system on there. We come down, I open the lid so you can see in on the camera, drop it down there. We can see this is the one we're actually using at the moment, the outside one. The inner one here, as you can see here, it's just not been, the anvil, the hardened anvil screwed onto this lower hub is out the way, so it wasn't marking the paper. If I just grab a little screw there, what I'll do is turn it around, slide it along to bring it into play, lock it up, and here we've got the 2 perf strippers. These are these bits to stop the paper, especially on NCR, wrapping around a perf blade. So we could have more, we could have 5 perfs if we wanted to. There's 5 hubs there that are all capable of taking perfs. And a combination, you could have all the same perf or all different perfs. It's up to you really. So there's quite a lot of options there. If you want better access, you can just take the delivery tray off to drop the tray down further. Gives you a little bit better, much better access to it there. Pop that back in. I'll just wind one round to start with, just so we can set the delivery tray set up a bit. So we're coming out there. These are just magnetic side guides. We'll just position those, just side guides there. Pull one down. And if I get round here, I'll just turn the machine on. So you can see, turn it off there. And just with that one simple movement, we're now on portrait, and you can see I've actually gone quite as close. You can go quite close to the edge. You know, you could have it anywhere along the sheet, it doesn't matter. I've just sort of showed it moving one to the other. So to go back to landscape again, I would go back, just disengage that lower hub, and without any other manoeuvring, you go from one to the other, very simply. Like I say, I'll put what we'll do now, we'll just go back to the landscape, just to show you both perfs, so you can visually see the difference between a 28 tooth and a 56 tooth blade. So we'll come back here to the A3 size, which are marked on the table. Sheets out. So here we're showing both perfs, just so you can visually see the difference. The first one here is the 56 teeth there, and that first one is the 28 teeth. Don't know if the camera can see it best there, but you could either run both 56 teeth or both 28 tooth. You know, it's entirely up to you, or you can run more perfs if you want to. So I hope you could see there that it's very versatile, easy to use perforating machine in its own right, even without using numbering. And there are hundreds of them all over the country that are used solely for perforating. But what else would you buy? Well, moving down a step, we'd look at the Cyclos RPM 350 Plus, which is a little benchtop perforating machine. Friction feed, again, the same as this. Another one with an auto feed would be the Crease Stream Auto, which is a great machine. It's a purpose-built creasing and perforating machine. Extremely high quality in both. Crease Stream also do some other versions of machines without the auto feed as well, with like semi-auto feeds and stuff. To move up another notch, you're going up to suction feed machines, and you'd be looking at something like the Duplo 618, which is a cutter creaser that has perforating, or the Magnum MC35A, again a suction feed creaser perforator. Or another machine that might be of interest is the Cyclos Airspeed, which is a multi-function machine. It can do perforating, it can do creasing, it can do cross perforating, and it can do punching for loose leaf binding, like wire binding, calendar binding, spiral binding, punching dies. It is a very multi-purpose machine. You can see them all on our website, view the videos, etc. There'll be a link at the end of the video, as I say, to see the website.